Hey guys, what's going on? Real CS here. I'm just gonna talk a bit about GTA and my thoughts about seeing the trailer and how much hype there's been about this game and it's still not out and it's not gonna be out for the next 6 months. So you can pre-order your copy now, but you won't get it for 6 months. So that's kind of crazy. It kind of, I don't know, kind of irritates me that they can put out a pre-order so far, from the actual release date. But whatever, that's not what I'm going to talk about. What I want to talk about is, all the other um, Grand Theft Autos have progressed. They've progressed into, bigger and better and fuller games, better graphics, more crazy stories, crazy guys, and then all of a sudden it got to the number four, the first one for PS3. And yeah, the engine was decent, and the graphics were awesome, and the guns, like how few there were, but the guns, they looked really cool. The rocket launcher looked really, real as compared to all the other games. And but other than that, like the cars even looked nice, but they were wobbly. Like once you got them up to speed, they were uncontrollable. When you know got out into traffic and stuff like that, it would just be kind of nuts. You get tapped by a car and you get thrown, and then like you tip off a cop at like at a drop of a hat. You know what I mean? It was kind of, I don't know. The fundamentals for the game were there, and everything else was kind of just I don't know. I think it was kind of just a template for the next game, which I hope. And that's what leads me to the GTA 5 trailer that I saw today, and how awesome it looks, and how when we relate back to San Andreas, one of the best games of all time, in my opinion anyway. I don't know about you guys, but it was a crazy ass game. It had every fucking thing you can think about in that game. It had every terrain you could think about in the game. Like, I don't know, there was so much shit to that game. There was so much riding on the shoulders of the next game, just to make sure that it was awesome. And then they brought out the GTA 4, and even with Chinatown Wars and stuff, like I didn't even finish that. I remember I went through 3/4 of the first GTA 4, and I got so bored with it, going in pretty much a dark city. It was like it was, there was nothing that you could do in the cities. Like in San Andreas, you could put on so many different like types of clothing and beef up your muscles or get fat or whatever the heck you want to do. And in this game, you walk into a clothing store and it has like buy pair of jeans, buy pair of khakis, buy pair set of shoes. You know what I mean? Like pair of shoes. And it's just, that's it. That's all that was in, like six little options, and they would be shitty little stores, and they're very few and far between. And I was just really unimpressed with that game, and that's what leads me to IGN. Obviously, most of the time they're biased. Pretty much everybody can agree with that. That a lot of the time they're biased with their own agendas and stuff like that. And they gave that game a 10, and that game did not deserve a 10 in my eyes. And in a lot of other reviews that I've seen, it was definitely far from a 10. It looked nice, played reasonably good, but there was a lot of it definitely wasn't a 10. You know what I mean? Which leads me back to San Andreas. And San Andreas was the closest thing to a perfect open world crazy ass game. So the expectations were so high for the next game, and then this one comes out and they give it a 10, and you're like, no, it wasn't a 10. And I'm not even being like critical on giving it a high score, because it was decent. It's just the the story lacked and shit like that. So I'd probably give it like an 8 or something, but maybe even a little bit lower, but not too much lower than that. But this next one, it looks like they're kind of reviving San Andreas and making it what PS3 could provide it rather than PS2. Take it to the next level. And obviously I imagine there's going to be plenty of loading periods, just like in San Andreas, because it's such a huge place, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But I hope we're not disappointed. Like, seriously, I hope we're not disappointed. And yeah, I honestly hope this game turns out to be awesome. But with all the things considered, it's something to think about, and all the publicity behind this, and you know, it's just wow. This game looks friggin' awesome from the trailer that I saw today. And if you haven't seen it, go look it the hell up, because honestly, it is wicked. And it's just such a teaser, and the fact that the game is not going to be coming out for 6 months, and the fact that the game can be pre-ordered now just kind of irks me. And you know, whether they're going that promotional route where they just promote the crap out of a game and it turns out to be subpar, but it doesn't look like it from this trailer. It looks like it's just going to be San Andreas, or at least they're teasing us to tell you that we can't make it, but we're going to tease the shit out of you. I don't know. Anyway, just some, you know, food for thought. I don't know. Just, you know, leave your comments. Let me know what you think about it. If you haven't watched the trailer, go back, look at the trailer and stuff. If you want to come back, tell me your comment and stuff. As long as I get the email, or as long as I get the YouTube message, then I'll be replying back. So, you guys have a good night. Take it easy.